Hello, everyone. This is Ian, and today we will discuss the product life cycle of Apple, and we'll be taking iPhone in particular, and we'll be discussing the marketing strategies, marketing mix they use, and the level of competition in every stages in the product life cycle. Lastly, we will discuss the cultural context and location marketing strategies that Apple employs. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with my the first part that's like the introduction stage of the Apple iPhone. So we are going to discuss product life cycle of Apple iPhone. The first part will be introduction stage, and the next part will be growth stage. So the learning outcome for the discussion will be about the product iPhone once it is inside the stages. So for the first trade, that for the iPhone, there's no profit that is coming in when the iPhone is inside the stage. And like to be more precise, since the market is normally not ready for product improvement at this stage, the marketer produces basic versions of the iPhone, such as iPhone 5s, 6x, and etc. So during the introduction stage, the revenues are definitely very small or on a low scale, as you can see the graph on the screen. And because we are bombarded by so many expenses and promotional strategies, either by advertising, personal selling, and the product objective of marketing, this results in a period of negative profitability loss for the company. So the main objective of the marketing should create product awareness, education, and trial. So the next part is like the growth stage. This is the stage in which, yeah, thanks for that. This is the stage in which the iPhone sales starts climbing quickly. And the reason is that the early adopters will continue to buy, and later buyers will start following the lead. So this rise in avenues also attract more customers that enter the market, since this will introduce new product like they introduce iPhone X and the generation of the iPhones. So this several product life growth strategies for the growth stage can be used to sustain rapid growth market as long as possible. So the main objective in the growth stage is to maximize the market share. That is the market strategy. The latest one will be the closest to the introduction, the middle one's closer to maturity, and the earliest one closest to decline. So this is the characteristic strategy over the iPhones once the iPhone is inside the growth stage. So the next part will be represented by Kevin Kaur about the maturity and the decline. So Kiwi, you can go ahead.
Thank you, Faizan, for very well explaining the product life cycle, first two stages, that is the introduction and the growth stage. So I will be covering the maturity stage. So during this phase, this rate of increase in sales may decline, but the overall sales are maintained at a certain level. So by this time, there are like many competing products entering in the market for, let's say, Samsung introducing its Galaxy version phone, or maybe OnePlus upcoming with a good quality camera and stuff like that. So some of them may be like genuine products, let's say the OnePlus or Samsung Galaxy, whereas some of them may be replica of your own product, like iPhone coming up with a new upgraded model. So considering the iPhone S, iPhone 5, iPhone 5s, which were introduced late back then in 2012 and 2014. So nobody's going to buy that now because they have reached at a certain maturity level. So next stage is the decline stage. So by this time, the audience moves on to better things in life, like the sales drop. They are no longer interested in the product because the product does not offer a new uh, feature or new uh, offerings as compared to other products that are currently in the introduction or growth phase. So nobody's gonna buy iPhone XS Max. Everybody is gonna buy iPhone 12 or iPhone 13, which is the latest product. So most of the common product life cycle management tactics implemented by brands like iPhone is like uh, to make the most out of their product during the decline, including lowering the price or removing after sales support to reduce marketing and personal cost or discontinuing the product. So iPhone XS Max may be discontinued by iPhone because they are coming up with the upgraded version of iPhones. Thank you.
Okay, so I will be presenting how differently each of the elements in the marketing mix are integrated in Apple strategy. So at the introduction stage, um, Apple introduced a product that was the first mobile with a touchscreen keyboard, and it focused on strong music storing and internet capabilities. This differentiated the product in the market. As a result of the innovativeness of the product, uh, Apple was able to implement a price skimming strategy. Uh, so they set prices at a premium compared to and at higher prices compared to competitors. Uh, as regards promotion, Apple iPhone received a lot of praises like in the media because of its revolutionary nature, and furthermore, Apple actually combined also paid media to achieve brand visibility, which is a critical marketing objective at the introduction stage. Um, to ensure the wide distribution of the product in the market, Steve Jobs ensured Apple signed a 5 years exclusivity agreement with AT&T. Uh, as a result, this enabled the company to gain competitive advantage on counterparts such as uh, Nokia with the Nokia N95. In the growth stage, Apple experienced the rise of competitors in the market, such as Samsung and Huawei, offering um, new different products. As a result, Apple uh, Apple understood, recognized the need to improve its product. So in January 2008, Apple announced the launch of the launch of a improved iPhone, which had a storage of 16 gigabyte, which is the double of the first high-end iPhone, and that would cost additional $100. Uh, as a result of technology advancements and with a aim to reach out new customers that are not uh, innovators or early adopters, uh, Apple reduced the prices of the first iPhone, and as regards the promotion, the iPhone uh, at this point in time, which was 1 year later, uh, the introduction of the product, uh, iPhone was well established, so Apple could reduce marketing investment to improve the profit margins, which would be used to would be reinvested in research and development. Uh, as regards place, uh, Apple, with the aim to increase revenues, enter international markets to reach new customers. Lastly, in the maturity stage, in the maturity stage, Apple, which is now ever since sales peaked in 2015, demand has stagnated, and prices have been have been at the same, like the sales of Apple, the unit sales has been on the same level. So what they could do to avoid the decline of the product, they could capitalize on new trends. For example, the rising popularity of cryptocurrency uh, represent an opportunity for Apple to develop a mobile phone that has the ability to mine cryptocurrencies on their smartphone, and thus position the further position the iPhone as a working device. As well, what they could do is that they could rejuvenate the design of the iPhone by producing a phone that changes colors based on the environment. For example, um, a successful repositioning would enable Apple to maintain prices high, and as well to ensure a successful transition, a successful shift. They should communicate. They should emphasize on this shift on marketing within marketing communication. Lastly, Apple doesn't need as a result of its popularity, they don't need to they don't need any exclusivity agreement anymore. So these could help boost sales as uh, customers can buy Apple product, iPhone actually, um, more frequently than once every 2 years, since this is the length of a contract with a wireless carrier.
Okay, thank you, Filippo. So right now, I'm going to be discussing the level of competition under each stages as well. Okay, so during the introduction stage, when a new product is introduced, it is with the intention of disrupting the market and going against the pioneers. So when iPhone was introduced, it's going to be against Nokia and BlackBerry. However, Apple must market iPhone as an innovation, similar offerings to what was popular then, but as an alternative with enhanced features. So during the introduction, the competition is very intense. And as the company must prove that the new product fits the customer's needs and it's a dynamic substitute. Okay, so on the growth stage, okay, on the growth stage, okay, customers will be prompted to copy and mimic, okay, the success of Apple. So during this stage, more competitions will be emerged, which made the market even more saturated. As an example, okay, would be the Asia's tech giants like LG and HTC, who swiftly focus on developing their smartphones to grab a higher global market then. So it's even more challenging at this point, as the product features may be looking very similar. So it's very critical for Apple to differentiate iPhone from other mobile brands, which they certainly did. Okay, and on the maturity stage, so we have seen how the growth and the growth and evolution of Apple, and it has provided Apple the biggest revenue since its inception. And at the maturity phase, Apple was set to position only against real and present threats, even if more companies tend to replicate. So, as I mentioned earlier, Nokia and BlackBerry were the giants then. However, they were somehow taken out of the equation. However, Samsung managed to carve out its way and is now considered Apple's biggest rival. So, competition is very aggressive and strong, and this pushes both companies for greater innovation. Lastly, for the declines, new entrants and alternatives lead to product decline, which is the last product life cycle. So the competition is very robust. It's felt not only from Samsung, but also from other tech companies right now, which is like Xiaomi and Oppo. And however, they are slowly taking over a big portion of the pie that is predominantly ruled by Apple. And as a result, Apple is religiously updating their product features and system for it not to become obsolete and be more competitive with the pricing and elevating their service.
Thank you, Rustam, for explaining your point. So I'm going to talk about the marketing strategy effects on a product life cycle. So in this slide, as you can see, like how Apple targets their customers. So Apple company targets an average group or medium income or high income person or household. So Apple generates the loyalty through the unique offerings, working style, or specific product. This means like Apple uses a different style of working. Maybe for the if they're selling the mobile phone, they will use some different offers or maybe a buy one get one something offers on that. And also they employ this. They also segment the market through like through the geographical or maybe to the high income group or low income group like that. So, next please.
Yeah.
So the angle, yeah. So it's the slides show the effects, the marketing strategy effects. The Apple promote these products like quality through the social media or by the celebrity endorsement or they do the celebrity endorsement. The functional website is branded as a new offerings which are highly priced to attract the premium segment and create exclusivity. Through the high skill staff, customer experience is managed by also offering after sales service. At the growth stage, Apple aims to expand the product market share through the broader geographic coverage. Next, please. So yeah, in this diagram, you can see how the Apple uses the simplicity to expand their shares in that, such as a logo or their slogan, and also you can see that the customer reviews are make customer to create a trust with the brand. So when customer buy the product from the Apple company, so they have to leave a review for the each product, and then they uses that review for the future products to make it better. Yeah. Next, please. Next. Yeah. In this chart, you can see the some objective or it's a 7 piece of marketing and how they affect on like introductory growth stage or majority stage. For example, if we take a pricing like the Apple do the skimming of the price, that means in the initial stage they will price the product at the higher stage, and then as well when the new products come as a competition, they will reduce the price like that. In the growth, sorry, yeah. Next, yeah, in the growth stage, as I said, yeah. Next, please.
Mm.
Yeah, at the maturity stage, the company will reduce the price because of the competition and differentiate the product to make the responsive specific culture test. At the decline stage, Apple company reduce the price and invest the research and development to create a new product to replace the existing ones. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you everyone for the inputs. Okay, but
Yeah, thank you guys for keeping your
Thank you,
points in the
guys.
discussion, and I hope you have a nice day.
yeah.
So see you
But
all.
You as well.
but before we will end our video, if you may have noticed, okay, on the marketing mix where was discussed earlier, there's missing the decline stage. Okay, Felipe, may you give us like an idea,
Yeah.
like
So repositioning Apple products will allow Apple to repositioning iPhone would allow Apple to avoid its decline.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so avoid that the company will have to discontinue the product.
Yes, I totally agree with that as well. So it's just fitting that we didn't include the decline stage on the one. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you everyone.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you,
keeping your
guys.
points, guys. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one. Thanks. Bye.
Right.
Have a good one. Bye.